Last time on the adventures of Bog the bear dog.
Bog went for a walk and found himself at the beach, where he met a really cute girl. They had a great time together.
On Bog's way home he got lost. On his way through the spooky forests he found a scary old house.
Bog discovered a mysterious woman. They played games all night. In the morning, she sent him away.
Bog arrived home to find Phil waiting. He ran, jumped into Phil's arms, and told him all about his adventure.
And now Bog's next adventure. Bog just so happened to be in a very thoughtful mood this morning.
When Bog got home, he told his friend Phil all about his adventure, but he didn't think Phil believed him. Bog got it. He had an idea. He would prove to Phil that his adventure really happened.
Bog went into the kitchen where Phil and the Wolverine were. The Wolverine was visiting from out of town. Phil was busy making peanut butter sandwiches.
Bog loved peanut butter sandwiches, so what he had to say to Phil could wait. The Wolverine was a friend, but Bog hadn't really known him that long. The Wolverine was known to be a shady fellow. He was a self-proclaimed evil genius. He had aspersions for world domination. It was rumored that he had a real working phaser. Lunch was over, and it was time to clean up. Bog was going to take out the garbage. Phil was washing dishes, and the Wolverine was supposed to clean up the table. Wolverine didn't like cleaning.
The Wolverine was having a fit of outrage. He was determined to show them the consequences of their stupidity.
Well, after that little fit, I guess the dishes are done. Phil took Bog into the living room, away from the kitchen's chaos. He set him down, asking, "So, what did you want to talk about?"
Bog explained to Phil they could retrace his steps. He'd show them it was true and maybe find the girl again.
Bog explained his plan to Phil, and Phil thought it sounded pretty good. They would retrace Bog's steps and recount his previous adventure. Phil put some things into an old backpack and they started off. Phil didn't know if they would recount any of Bog's previous adventure, but they'd all have a nice walk at least.
The three arrived at the beach. They met two young ladies, but neither was the girl Bog told them about.
As they walked, they spotted a girl. Phil looked at Bog, who confirmed it was her. So Phil waved to get her attention.
Bog and the girl were reunited. They were both really happy. Bog had told the girl he'd be back to find her again, and she was obviously glad he did.
Bog introduces the girl to Phil. They shake hands and decide to retrace Bog's recent adventure together. The group get on the trail. The girl notes the wrong trail. Phil explains this is the trail. The group continues following the path. None of them know where they are exactly. The girl asks Bog if he remembers where they are. Bog tells her it was dark when he was here before. The says it won't be long and it'll be dark again. It was starting to get dark and the forest a lot more spooky. Phil could tell the girl was getting uncomfortable. Suddenly she bent down and motioned for Bog. Bog jumped into her arms and she carried him. The Wolverine wondered why he couldn't be carried. Phil had suddenly run into the woods. He came back and told the girl he'd seen something in the woods not far away. He ran to investigate. It was getting much darker and the fog was rolling in. Phil pulled a lantern out of his backpack. They could all hear really strange noises in the woods. Phil lit the lantern. Suddenly, there was movement to their left. They all looked, unable to believe what they saw. The group saw a zombie or corpse or something staggering towards them. Being terrified, they took off running blindly down the path as fast as they could.
The group ran for a long time but finally had to stop. There was no sign of the zombie thing. Phil couldn't believe it. He put his arms up in aspiration. They all heard a noise to their right. They turned to confront whatever it was, hoping it was not the zombie. A cute vampire-looking girl walked out in front of them. The vampire girl approached, asking the bear, "Are you Bog?" He nodded. "Good," she said. "The creeper is on our trail."
The group followed the vampire girl into the spooky woods. Phil asked who she was, and she replied, "Sassy sister."
The group was walking and talking to the vampire girl. Suddenly, she stopped and spread her arms and said they had to run. Run fast. Crazy Shirley was coming, then she ran away. The group followed her.
Poor Bog. He'd knocked himself out. Waking up a horrible sound made him run as fast as he could. Bog hid behind a tree and lost the scary woman known as Crazy Shirley. Bog was exhausted.
The vampire girl came back for Bog. She motioned for him to follow her, which he immediately did.
The vampire girl and Bog were walking through the woods. Then she bent down, patted Bog on the head and said, "You're really cute." The vampire girl and Bog finally reach the house and go inside where their friends are.
Everyone was there. The vampire girl, the woman in the catsuit, Phil, and the Wolverine, the girl from the beach. Phil can't help but believe him now. Everyone was having fun when suddenly the door burst open. A zombie staggered in and attacked Phil. The zombie was winning the fight against Phil. Bog stood by, helpless. Suddenly, a flash of light, and the zombie was gone.
The Wolverine did in fact have a phaser. There were rumors that he had one, but now we know. The Wolverine is armed. He zapped the zombie and saved the day.
Celebration was in order. They all sat down to a thrilling game of Monopoly. The Wolverine, however, was sitting this one out. It was nap time.
After the game, everyone was asleep, except Bog. He looked at his friends, so happy. Best day ever, he thought.
On the corner where the shadows creep, whispers of the city's secrets they keep. Underneath the street lamp steady burn. Life's a game of dice, waiting your turn. City lights shine, but they never show.